this shit? What's up, fight fans? I'm the all-star Batman and Robin of Mixed Martial Arts, Tommy Toehold, and the biggest, the best, the most unbe-fucking-leavable card in UFC history is coming your way this Saturday. I'm gonna shit my pants. I'm gonna shit my pants all over the place because this card is so much awesome. And there are 2 cards in 2 days before it. Fucking holy fuck. You know you're gonna want to get in on this sweet, sweet Kountermove fantasy MMA action. And because I love you so much, I'm gonna teach you how to play and tell you who to pick on this monster card. And stick around till the end for a 25% deposit bonus promo code. But first, let's teach you fuckers how to play. Head to the How It Works tab and let's watch me teach you instead of me actually teaching you. First step is to select a game. There are free games, small games, and big games for all major MMA events. Next, you're gonna pick a team of 5 fighters. Each game is played over the course of a single fight card, and you have $25,000 for $10 to draft a team of 5 fighters. Once you pick your team, you're ready for the last step. Score points and win. Once the fights begin, you get points based on how your fighters perform. Points are awarded for strikes landed, submissions attempted, knockdowns, dominant positions, rounds won, and knockout or submission bonuses. The team with the most points at the end of the night wins the tournament. Caught up? Fan-fucking-tastic. Now, you've got a lot of options for this game, as you can see. Might I suggest a qualifier tourney for the year-end Lawler vs. Conor finale, where the winner gets $10,000 fucking dollars.
$10,000 top prize.
More on that at the end of the video. Right now, let's jump in my 7K game. 25 bucks gets you in. The winner's taking $1,000. Pretty fucking sweet. Once you choose a game, you'll be brought to the team selection screen, and now it's time for me to break this card the fuck down for you. First fight of the night, we've got Court McGee taking on Marcio Alexandra. Court has a lot more UFC experience and has fought some very high-level fighters. McGee wins, and likely a decision. Probably not a high-scoring fight in terms of fantasy points. Avoid it. Next on the prelims, John McDessie and Yancy Medeiros. Both high-level guys with high finish rates. We are likely to get a finish here. I give the edge to McDessie, though, considering Medeiros' 3 losses all come in the first round and McDessie's propensity to finish fights fast. Next up, we've got Magomed Mustafaev taking on Joe Proctor. Proctor has a lot more high-level experience here and is a tough out, but 7 first-round finishes in 12 wins is Kountermove gold. And even at 5,400, Mustafaev might be worth the risk. Next up, Kevin Lee and Leonardo Santos. While you might think Santos is the best Kountermove pick here with his huge amount of submission wins, he has a lot of miles, and Kevin Lee has fought 2 BJJ black belts and got the win. I think we get the same result here, Lee via decision. Next on the prelims, Warley Alves takes on Colby Covington. This one is a hard fucking pick. Even money fight here that could go 50-50 if they fought 100 times. I think the only advantage I can see could be Covington's wrestling, which is at a higher level than Alves' previous opponents. Both are good on the ground. I think this one goes to a decision, and I'm probably going to avoid it. Next up, Tisha Torres takes on Jocelyn Jones-Lybarger. Tisha Torres has been fighting at a very high level for a while now. Her opponent is making her UFC debut and is a late replacement for Michelle Watterson. Tisha Torres wins, and I think she gets the first finish of her career. Pretty solid pick. After that, we got Uriah Faber and Frankie Sands. Uriah Faber has seen it all and fought the best in the world. This is not a fight I foresee giving him any trouble. I think he wins, and he wins early via submission. Put him on your team, but you're gonna pay a price. Next up, we're on the main card. Max Holloway is taking on Jeremy Stevens. This fight is going to be fucking awesome. 2 exciting high-level guys. I cannot fucking wait to see it. While Stevens has been around a lot longer and beat some serious competition, he KO'd Rafael dos Anjos. 13 of Holloway's pro fights have been in the UFC, and he is on a tear right now. 7 wins and 6 finishes. I'm going with Holloway, and I think he gets another finish here. Next up, we've got a ground battle. Damian Maia taking on Gunnar Nelson. This is a hard fucking fight to choose on because Damian Maia just took Neil Magny to church in his last fight, a 2nd-round submission win. He's got a lot of miles on him, though. Nelson is young, and he's getting a lot of finishes. This isn't a pure jiu-jitsu match, where, of course, I would give Maia the advantage. You guys, I'm gonna get nuts here. I'm going for a huge upset. Not in who wins, but how they win. You guys are gonna think I'm fucking nuts, but Nelson gives Maia his first submission loss of his entire MMA career. I think he's gonna catch him, and I cannot wait for the I told you so's if I'm wrong. Next up, we have the best fight I've ever heard of in my fucking life. Jacare Souza and Yoel Romero. This fight is fucking insane. I can't even believe this is happening, but holy shit, it should be fucking awesome. Both guys are absolute killers. I don't even know if the cage is gonna be able to handle this. If you weren't sold on Yoel Romero, you should be after he beat Lyoto Machida. This guy is legit. But to me, Jacare is an entirely different beast, and he is dangerous everywhere. I think Jacare will be competing for a title very soon. He has more high-level experience, and I think that plays a huge factor here. Souza wins, and he gets the sub. Next up, we got the co-main event, the middleweight championship. Chris Weidman taking on Luke Rockhold. Good fucking God. I can't believe these guys are fighting each other. I can't believe one of these 2 guys is gonna fucking lose. This is a really fucking fucking hard fight to predict because both of these guys are so goddamn high level. This fight can go one of a million ways because they are great everywhere. This is not a given for the champ. As a matter of fact, this is the toughest fight he has ever had. I think this fight will go 5 rounds and it will likely be high scoring, maybe even a split decision. So be careful if you're gonna pick a winner here. Fight fans, because this one is so tight, I am going to avoid it in my counter move game, but honestly, you cannot go wrong with either or. It's gonna be a high scoring fight. Rockhold is $400 cheaper, but again, I will not be putting either of these guys on my team. It's too close. And finally, the biggest match of the year, maybe of all time, who fucking knows? It is the featherweight unification title fight between Conor McGregor and Jose Aldo. I will start by saying this right now, fight fans. This fight ends before 5. I think this fight ends before 3. There is no way somebody doesn't get finished in this fight. Conor McGregor, the first southpaw Aldo has fought since Kenny Florian, is a straight up fucking killer with his left hand. He has shown time and time again in the UFC, if he catches you with it, you're going to get hurt bad. Jose Aldo is possibly the best fighter of all time, and he is still in his prime. His leg kicks are fucking devastating. And with McGregor being a southpaw, that's gonna be a huge factor in this fight. Aldo does have KO power. He has proven that. Both fighters have strong chins. It's gonna be nasty, and I think it's gonna be fast. Fight fans, I am going with Conor McGregor to get the finish early, and let me tell you why. Conor McGregor is so goddamn good at throwing people off their games in about 100 different ways. His rhythms are confusing. He's taunting people all the time. Jose Aldo hates the fucking shit out of this man. Conor McGregor showed in the Mendez fight, when things are going bad, he can keep his cool. I think he neutralizes the leg kicks with those straight lefts. And the other deciding factor here is that Jose Aldo has taken his title fights to a decision in 5 of 7 bouts. So if Conor is able to avoid those leg kicks, and I think he can, and you're gonna give Conor McGregor 5 rounds on the feet with his size and his strength, all that movement, all that misdirection, all that power, styles make fights, he is going to knock Jose Aldo out. I'm putting him on my team. Now that we've been through the whole card, it's time to make your picks. You can go with whoever the fuck you want, but I'm taking Conor McGregor, Gunnar Nelson, Uriah Faber, Tisha Torres, and then I'm in a little bit of a pickle because I only have 4,200 left, which leaves me with 2 fighters to choose from, Joe Proctor or Jeremy Stephens, both of whom I predicted to lose. But of the 2, Stephens has 16 KO TKO wins, and 6 of those in the UFC, so he has a better chance of scoring high for me and getting the upset, and that is why he's the last member of my team. Once you've chosen your squad, hit the play now button, invite some friends. From now to fight night, you can adjust your team as much as you want. Maybe somebody looks like Skeletor at weigh-ins and you get worried. That's fine. Switch them up. No big deal. Fight fans, I'm a man of my word. From now to fight night, use the promo code CHAMP and you're gonna get a 25% bonus on your deposit. Holy fuck, how can I be so wonderful? You're welcome. There has never been a better time to sign up, get in my game, get in a qualifier game so you can get in that big New Year's Eve game. At UFC 195, Lawler vs. Condit, Kountermove is holding a $25,000 finale game with a top prize of $10,000 fucking dollars. That is life-changing money. There will be a series of qualifier events each week, kicking off with UFC 192, going through UFC 195. The qualifier games happen each week across each week's events and have normal entry fees. The top places in the qualifier games earn a ticket to the finale, but you can also buy a ticket to the finale right fucking now for $500 because you gotta risk it to get the biscuit. Unless you win a qualifier, then you're in the finale. It's gonna be the best fucking night ever, fight fans. For everybody at Kountermove Fantasy MMA at Kountermove.com, I'm Tommy Toehold. See you on the leaderboards, motherfuckers!